What if a company told you it's going to buy billions of the token behind XRP, not just hoard it, but actively deploy it into global finance, and you could get in on that ride through a regulated public stock? Welcome back to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Guys, we appreciate you stopping in. Please tap that like and subscribe button down below if you don't mind. And please do not forget our affiliate Caleb link down below as well for Caleb and Brown, your one-stop shop for your cryptocurrency brokerage needs. And as you know, our Patreon has launched now, guys. Please check that out. Lots of goodies in there for you. For less than a cup of coffee, just for the month, by the way, less than $5 is the cost of our Patreon. Please check that out and all the antics that are in there. And by the way, we have an incentive that we've just launched with that as well. Once we hit 10 Patreon members, we will give the 11th member away for free. Today, we are diving deep, yet keeping it clear for you on Evernorth and XRP. Who are they? What are they doing? Why does it matter to XRP and XRP holders? And what could it mean for this entire XRP ecosystem? Who is Evernorth? Evernorth Holdings is a new U.S. company with big backing from Ripple Labs and other institutional investors. Their goal is simple but bold: build the world's largest institutional XRP treasury. They plan to go public on the U.S. stock market through a SPAC merger with Armada Acquisition Corp, ticker symbol XRPM. XRPN is in Nancy, targeted over $1 billion in gross proceeds, and most of that money is headed straight into buying XRP on the open market. What are they doing with XRP? This is where it gets exciting. Evernorth is not just buying XRP and sitting on it. They plan to use it. Their strategy includes institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, and even DeFi yield deployment using XRP as the core asset. They're creating a regulated and audited framework so large institutions can participate without fear. They'll also support the XRP ledger directly, running validators and potentially backing stablecoin issuance like Ripple's new RLUSD. Now, why does this matter? Because it's a major bridge between traditional finance and crypto utility. Until now, institutions had a hard time getting direct exposure to XRP under strict regulations. Evernorth offers a regulated public path into that world now. It deepens liquidity, adds credibility, and gives Wall Street a gateway into XRP without needing self-custody or crypto risk management. Now, here's the kicker. If they buy hundreds of millions of tokens over time, that's a massive supply impact. It creates market depth, reduces volatility, and signals institutional confidence in XRP's future. Now, what are the risks? We always keep it balanced here on the channel. First, concentration of risk. Evernorth is putting almost everything on one asset, which is XRP. If regulatory winds shift or price performance lags, their entire model feels it. Second, execution risk. Raising $1 billion is one thing, deploying it successfully is quite another. Every step, custody, lending, liquidity, auditing, must fire on all cylinders. Now, regulatory risk is something else to consider. Even though Ripple won its legal clarity battle and XRP is not a security, the rules for institutional token treasuries are still developing. Finally, market timing. When Evernorth starts buying, the market will react fast. Front-running and speculation could create short-term volatility before the long-term benefits show up. What does this mean for XRP holders? This is a sign that institutional money is no longer on the sidelines. This move could help anchor XRP's price floor and bring new liquidity into the ecosystem. It's also a psychological shift. When a public company puts XRP in its balance sheet, lets Wall Street investors own a piece through stock shares, that's legitimacy on a whole different level. Even for new investors, Evernorth offers a way to gain exposure without touching crypto custody or wallets themselves. But it still comes with risks. Company risk, market risk, and of course, crypto volatility. Timeline and facts. Let's recap the key points here, guys. October 20th to the 22nd, Evernorth announces its plan to raise over $1 billion for an XRP treasury and go public via SPAC. Japanese giant SPI Holdings commits around $200 million as a strategic investor. Ticker symbol on NASDAQ XRPN, expected listing early 2026. Funds used mainly to purchase on XRP on the open market, not just for holding, but for institutional lending, liquidity provisions, and DeFi activity on XRPO. Now, what do we watch for next? Let's keep our eyes on the following markers here, guys. First, the SPAC merger closing. Once it's official, watch Evernorth's initial disclosures. Now, how much XRP they actually buy and how they custody it, we'll see. Their on-chain footprint, look for validator nodes or new XRPL liquidity programs bearing the Evernorth name. Their financial audits, something else to consider. Transparency will decide how Wall Street views them. Watch Ripple's reaction. Ripple, the company, may support Evernorth through RLUSD integration or payment rails built on top of the ledger. Big picture. This marks a new phase for XRP, guys. We've seen it as a payments token, a liquidity bridge, and a regulatory battleground. Now it's becoming a financial market instrument, a reserve asset for companies. Evernorth's move turns that vision into a reality. It tells the world that XRP is no longer a niche digital asset. It's a tool for corporate treasuries, liquidity desks, and even public equities. If they pull this off, it could set the template for future crypto treasury firms across the entire industry, guys. Here's the bottom line. Evernorth's decision to hold massive quantities of XRP isn't just a market play. It's a strategic shift in how digital assets are viewed by institutional finance. It creates liquidity, adds transparency, and cements XRP's position as a core building block of the new financial system. For holders, it's validation. For the market, it's a signal. And for the future, it might be a turning point. I'm Frank the Crypto Tank. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. Please tap that like and subscribe down below if you don't mind. And please tap our Caleb link for your one-stop shop for your cryptocurrency brokerage firm. Guys, we've launched the Patreon. Please go check that out. Check out all the goodies in there. Very interesting stuff we can't do on YouTube. Fun stuff. We're giving away our 11th Patreon for free. It's $5 less than a cup of coffee for a monthly membership. Check out the goodies in there, guys. Guys, thanks for tuning into this episode of Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Yeah, if you're Superman, you want to fly just a little bit. I'll wear it all out. Use it. Wear out the superpowers too. Wear out everything.